All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Naresh Margo. The headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says upcoming union budget will prepare India for next 25 years. Home Minister Amit Shah says Kashi Tamil Sangamam is beginning of cultural renaissance from Kashi. 48th meeting of GST Council to be held today via video conferencing. Home Minister Amit Shah to attend Eastern Zonal Council meeting in Kolkata today. Death toll in Bihar Hooch tragedy rises to 81 and India take on Spain in the final of FIH Women's Nations Cup hockey tournament in Valencia today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that the upcoming union budget will set the template that will prepare India for the next 25 years. Speaking at a FICCI event, she said the upcoming budget will follow the spirit of earlier budgets.
A budget will follow the spirit of the earlier budgets. We are going to set the template which was set earlier, but follow it and take it further for India's next 25 years, so that at 2047, as was indicated by the Honorable Prime Minister, we look forward to our children living in an India which is 100 years free after the imperial rule, but live in an India in 2047 which will be far developed and far more a place where both our young and old can live together happily and in comfort.
Ms. Sitharaman asked the industry to work out strategies as to how businesses operating in developed countries can look at India as a production or sourcing hub amid recession fears in the West. She said the government has brought in a lot of facilitation and tweaking of rules to attract foreign investment into India and is also engaging with industries who want to co-locate in the country. Ms. Sitharaman said the industry also needs to work out strategy to attract firms in advanced nations, including in Europe, which may be scouting for locations to relocate their manufacturing base away from China. The 48th meeting of the GST Council will be held today via video conferencing. The meeting will be attended by Union Minister of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary, Finance Ministers of States and Union Territories, and senior officers from the Union Government and the states. Today's meeting is expected to decide on a number of issues like decriminalization of offences under the GST law, setting up appellate tribunals, and mechanism to curb tax evasion in pan masala and gutkha businesses. GST on online gaming and casinos may come up for deliberations as the group of ministers, GOM, chaired by Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma, submitted its report on the issue to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Thursday. The GST Council will also consider a report of tax officers and give clarity on the rate applicability in certain goods and services. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has described the Kashi Tamil Sangamam as the beginning of a cultural renaissance from Kashi. He said this event is not concluding, but is marking the beginning of a cultural renaissance which will not be limited to reviving the bonding of Kashi and Tamil Nadu, but cover all cultures of the country. Mr. Shah said all other countries are formed on the concept of geopolitics, but India's base is geocultural, with a treasure of diverse cultures. The Home Minister was addressing the valedictory session of Kashi Tamil Sangamam in Varanasi yesterday. The month-long event was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on November 19. Mr. Shah credited Prime Minister Modi's vision for starting an effort that should have been initiated immediately after independence to ensure India's antiquity and glory stand united.
एक लंबे गुलामी के कालखंड ने हमारी सांस्कृतिक एकता, हमारी विरासत की विविधता और हमारी अलग अलग संस्कृतियों के अंदर भारतीय आत्मा की एकरूपता को कुछ हद तक मलिन किया था। उसको पुनः जागरण की जरूरत थी। आजादी के तुरंत बाद ये प्रयास होना चाहिए था, परंतु ये प्रयास कई सालों तक नहीं हुआ। मुझे आनंद है कि आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के वर्ष में श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारतीय सांस्कृतिक एकता का पुनः जागरण का एक प्रयास किया है। मैं इसके लिए मोदी जी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will attend the Eastern Zonal Council meeting in Kolkata today. He arrived in Kolkata last night to attend the meeting. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee will be present at the meeting along with other Eastern Zonal Council state chief ministers. Mr. Shah last night held a meeting with BJP leaders at the party's state office in Kolkata. Chief Coordinator for India's G20 presidency Harshvardhan Shringla and Sikkim Chief Secretary V.B. Pathak held a meeting in Gangtok yesterday on the preparation for the G20 meetings in the state scheduled in March next year. Mr. Shringla provided a presentation on preparation and activities for G20 presidency in the country. He informed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has desired that the G20 presidency be an impeccable and uniquely Indian event showcasing diverse Indian culture, history, traditions and development achievements. He also informed that Sikkim will be the only state in the northeast to host two meetings, Business B20 on 16th March 2023 and Startup 20 on 18th March 2023. These meetings will be attended by around 80 delegates from G20 countries. The BJP will hold nationwide protests today against the highly shameful and derogatory remarks of the Pakistani Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto. The BJP said the protests will be held in all the state capitals across the country. He said that the Pakistani Foreign Minister's remark is highly derogatory, defamatory and full of cowardice, which has been given just to remain in power and save the government. His statement is also aimed at misleading the world and divert global attention from Pakistan's collapsing economy, lawlessness and anarchy, its deteriorating global relations and the fact that Pakistan has become a major sanctuary for terrorists. The BJP added that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, India has left its indelible mark on various global fora, while on the other hand, there is a neighboring country which has faced ridicule and insult on various international platforms. It said such a demeaning statement of Bhutto has further lowered the image of Pakistan on the global platform. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alert. The death toll in the Bihar Hooch tragedy has risen to 81. Maximum 74 deaths have been reported from Saran district as 15 more people succumbed to the consumption of spurious liquor in the district. 5 people died in Siwan district while 2 died in Begusarai district. The deaths due to the Hooch tragedy are spreading to new areas of the state. 25 people have lost their eyesight. The casualties are likely to go up further as 30 people are undergoing treatment at various hospitals. 12 of them are in a serious condition. The National Human Rights Commission NHRC has issued a notice to the Bihar government over the tragedy. Taking suo motu cognizance of media reports, the NHRC has asked the state government for a detailed report regarding the matter at the earliest. The Commission sought details including the status of the FIR registered by the police, medical treatment of the hospitalized victims, and compensation, if any, granted to the aggrieved families. The NHRC has also underlined the failure of the state government to implement its policy of prohibition of sale and consumption of illicit liquor in Bihar since April 2016. Saran District Magistrate Rajesh Meena said 213 persons have been arrested so far in this connection. The application process for the Common University Entrance Test for Graduation CUET-UG to be conducted between the 21st and 31st of May will start in the first week of February next year. Chairman of University Grants Commission M. Jagdish Kumar informed that the number of subjects and pattern of question papers will remain the same. Union Petroleum and Natural Gas Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that India is confident of forming a biofuel alliance with other countries. Addressing a curtain-raiser press conference on India's flagship energy event, India Energy Week 2023 in Bengaluru yesterday, the minister announced that India will soon launch E20 fuel with 20% blending of ethanol, as by 2025, the ethanol production in the country will reach 1,000 crore litres. The minister said that India is looking forward to setting up an international biofuel alliance under India's G20 presidency. Prime Minister Narendra Modi yesterday held a telephonic conversation with the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin. Mr. Modi described President Putin on India's briefed President Putin on India's ongoing presidency of the G20, highlighting its key priorities. Prime Minister Modi said that he also looks forward to both countries working together during India's chairship of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Both the leaders also reviewed several aspects of the bilateral relationship, including energy cooperation, trade and investments, defense and security, and other key areas. In the context of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Prime Minister Modi reiterated his call for dialogue and diplomacy as the only way forward. At the request of Mr. Modi, the Russian president gave fundamental assessment of Russian lines on the Ukrainian direction. The two leaders agreed to remain in regular touch with each other. On to some sports news now. India will take on Spain in the final of the FIH Women's Nations Cup 2022 hockey tournament in Valencia today. India stormed into the final, defeating Ireland 2-1 in the penalty shootout last night. Naomi Carroll put Ireland ahead in the 14th minute, but India bounced back with Udita's goal in the 44th minute. The match was levelled 1-1 in the stipulated time, and the result decided in a penalty shootout. Goalkeeper Savita Punya's spectacular saves in the penalty shootout helped India to register the desired win. Navneet Kaur was adjudged the player of the match. In the Chattogram cricket test, Bangladesh were 42 for no loss at stumps on the third day of the opening test against India. India dismissed Bangladesh for 150 in their first innings, with left-arm spinner Kuldeep Yadav taking a career best 5 for 40. Skipper KL Rahul, however, didn't enforce the follow-on. India then declared their second innings for 258 for 2 after opener Shubman Gill slammed his maiden test century and Cheteshwar Pujara scripted his 19th test ton. Bangladesh will resume their play on fourth day today with openers Nazmul Hussain Shanto unbeaten at 25 and Zakir Hassan not out on 17. In FIFA World Cup 22, it's all set for its grand conclusion with Argentina facing the reigning champions France in the final at the Lusail Stadium tomorrow. The match is scheduled to start at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Both Argentina and France look evenly matched. The top four scorers in the FIFA World Cup 2022 are evenly distributed between the two sides. Argentina's Lionel Messi and France's Kylian Mbappe are the joint top scorers in the tournament with 5 goals apiece. Both Argentina and France will go into the upcoming World Cup final looking to win their third title, while Argentina won the World Cup in 1978 and 1986. France grabbed the title in 1998 and 2018. Today, Croatia and Morocco will lock horns in the third place playoff at the Khalifa International Stadium, Qatar at 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And now for a look at today's newspapers. It's over to you, Tanvi.
Thank you, Naresh. The outrage against Pakistan Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto's uncivilized remarks aimed at the Indian Premier has been noticed by all newspapers this morning. The Pioneer says Bilawal mentally bankrupt, India retorts after Modi jibe, while Hindustan Times writes India hits back at Pak amid heated exchange. PM lays stress on peace in phone call with Putin is the front page headline in The Hindu. The Indian Express quotes PM Narendra Modi's phone call with Russian President Putin under the headline Dialogue, Diplomacy, Our Way Forward, PM to Putin on Ukraine. Linking voter ID Aadhaar card is optional, no penalty, Rijiju, notes the Asian Age. Hindustan Times writes that Bihar CM Nitish Kumar waded deeper into a controversy over the Hooch tragedy, saying no compensation will be provided for the kin of those who died after consuming spurious liquor. And finally, no matter whether it's Argentina or France that lifts the FIFA World Cup on Sunday, India's bars, pubs and entertainment complexes holding live screenings of the final are assured of a full house with many sold out, reports The Economic Times. And with that, it's back to you, Naresh.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says upcoming union budget will prepare India for the next 25 years. Home Minister Amit Shah says Kashi Tamil Sangamam is beginning of cultural renaissance from Kashi. 48th meeting of GST Council to be held today by video conferencing. Home Minister Amit Shah to attend Eastern Zonal Council meeting in Kolkata today. Deaths toll in Bihar Hooch tragedy rises to 81 and India take on Spain in the final of FIH Women's Nations Cup hockey tournament in Valencia today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.